Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video we are talking about ghosting. Have you ever talked to somebody on, let's say, on a dating site, and then things start moving so well, and then you move that conversation to other places like WhatsApp, Messenger, you start following each other everywhere, and then as you continue with the conversation and everything, you have even established an online relationship. One day you wake up and that person has disappeared without a trace, like he just vanished. Now, ghosting is something that is very common, especially in online dating. If you speak to a lot of people who have done online dating, they will tell you that they have been ghosted. But there will always be that one case of ghosting that will haunt you for the rest of your life. I have one. Now, I was thinking, because yesterday we hosted a live and we were actually discussing ghosting, and we were very casual. You know, some of us were very casual. We're like, yeah, sometimes they ghost you and then they come back. And that got me thinking, when somebody ghosts you, especially when you have been talking online with somebody for a long time, you know, you've been talking for 6 months, 1 year even, and then they just disappear without any explanation, without nothing, they just vanish and they block you everywhere. And then after a period of time, maybe another 6 months, maybe another year, they just show up as if nothing happened. And they just say, hey, how are you doing? Like, the first thing that comes to mind now, like for me, I'm thinking, who are you talking to? Who are you, and who are you talking to? And this is the issue. And yesterday we had a very heated, I would say, discussion, because I was like, I am against, you know, just accepting these people who just ghost you. Like they just drop you like nothing, and then they come back and then you accept them. You know, they give you a vague explanation as to what happened, and then you're just grateful that now they're back, so you just take them back. And I'm thinking, ghosting, especially when you're ghosted by somebody that you had built a connection with and you had planned things, and you know, there are people who have even planned weddings online, and you know, just everything was supposed to happen and then it didn't happen. So when you are at that level, when you're planning like real big things where even families are involved and everything, and then somebody just disappears and vanishes without saying a thing to you, and then after a while they come back as if nothing ever happened. And then you're so grateful and you take them back and you accept their explanation. Sometimes they don't even apologize. They just give you some explanation and then that's it. And then if you try to, you know, like to dig a little bit deeper, they're like, why are you being so dramatic? I'm here now, no? Like, for me, I feel like you're just showing this person how worthless you are, okay? You're not worth anything. You're just a piece of trash that he can kick around. Like, if you get tired of, he can just, you know, kick you away and just shoot you away like that, and then just go about his business, you know, take care of more interesting things. And then once he's bored and he has nothing else to do, he's like, oh, there was that woman over there in Africa that I was talking to. Let me see how she's doing. And then he's like, hey, how are you doing? This is emotional abuse, you guys. And then I want to ask you a question. As you are accepting this guy back in your life as if nothing ever happened, as you know, as you are showing him how worthless you are, you know, you're just ready to accept whatever little attention that he can give you, mainly because maybe he's an American, maybe he's European, maybe, you know, because he's a foreigner. It's like he gets a pass, you know. He gets a pass card. He can do whatever he wants. As you're doing that, I have a question for you. If indeed you develop something with this person, if he doesn't ghost you again, because that could happen again, since he has no value, you know, he doesn't value your emotions, he doesn't value your mental health, like you are valueless to him. You are worth nothing. Because for me, if I felt something for somebody, I will have that courtesy to just, just respect. I will have that respect to tell him, I'm sorry, this is not going anywhere. I thought, we could pursue this long distance relationship, or we could pursue this international relationship, and I find, the visa process and all this, it's just too much for me. I cannot handle it. So forgive me, but I cannot pursue this relationship anymore. I would rather he does that than be a coward and then just disappear. And then once he gathers his thoughts and he tries other women and he tries other things, he's like, maybe I can try that long distance relationship after all. Okay, let me see this African woman. How are you doing? It's lack of respect. Okay? This is somebody who sees you as something that is not valuable. Okay? And this is the question I want to ask you, because I said I was going to ask you a question. If you pursue this relationship, let's say you move to that country, you move to the US, you move to a country in Europe, I don't know, things will go wrong. I'm not even saying if these things go wrong. Things will go wrong. This is an international relationship. It's an intercultural relationship. You come from a different culture. You come from a different country. You come from a different continent. Okay? Maybe in the case of interracial, you come from a different race. Okay? So you will have problems. That I can guarantee you. I'm not even like guessing. You will have problems. So is this how you're gonna be solving your problems? Every time something happens, every time somebody feels, I'm fatigued, I'm so tired, I'm stressed, like, oh my God, is that how we're gonna be dealing with problems? He's gonna be packing his bags and going to live with his friends for 6 months and blocks you everywhere, blocks you on Facebook, blocks you on the Snapchat, blocks you on WhatsApp, blocks your number, blocks everything. And then every time you send emails and all those, whatever it is you're trying to contact him, sometimes you can see him, maybe he had read it, but he didn't say anything, he just ignores it. Is that how it's gonna be? It's very important, if you're doing this whole online dating, this whole long distance, whatever it is that you're doing, it's very important if you're doing it for the purpose of finding somebody that you could potentially spend the rest of your life with. This is something I said yesterday. If you're pursuing this because you want to have somebody that you could potentially spend the rest of your life with, it's very important to be with somebody who respects you, who values you, okay? Somebody who is mature enough to express himself when things are going wrong, rather than being a coward and disappearing and blocking you everywhere and then suddenly appearing. This is really bad. Okay, I am not saying that if something happens, you shouldn't give somebody a second chance. I know there are people who believe that was my husband, I don't care how many years he went and then he came back, that was it. Sometimes we accuse the devil of all kinds of things, and sometimes I feel like even the devil is surprised. He's like, I had nothing to do with that. Okay, that guy has got his own issues by himself. Like, leave me out of this. Leave my name out of this. Because you make excuses for him. Oh, it was the devil. Oh my God. Oh, no. Now he's back. Oh, we are so happy. No, we are not happy, because we will have problems in the future. Is he going to pack up his bags and go and live with his relatives and his friends and move to a different country for a year and block you everywhere? And yet you have moved to his country. This is something very serious. I feel like once somebody does something like this to you, especially if you had a tangible relationship with this person, I don't care. I don't care that it was, some people say, well, it was just online, so once we meet in person, it's gonna be fine. And these people, when they come back into your life, they're like, I'm booking a flight ticket. I'm doing this, all the things that you had discussed before, before he disappeared on you. It's like, I'm booking a flight ticket, I'm doing this, I'm coming. Where are you coming? And they don't want to address the issues, what happened, why they ghosted you, why they blocked you everywhere, why they ignored your messages. While you are crying by yourself and stressing and going through this emotional turmoil and this roller coaster of not knowing what is going on, they don't want to go there because they are so entitled. They don't accept, like they don't want to be held accountable for the mistake that they made, or whether it was a mistake or whatever it is that they made. They don't want to explain nothing because you are not worth it. You are not worth explanation. You are not worth, in fact, you are not worth anything. You are just an object. You are just something that is just, when you have nothing better to do, then you can contact that African woman and see what she has to say. Because they feel they are doing you a favor. The problem here is when somebody feels like they are doing you a favor by dating you, and you're making them feel like they are doing you a favor because you have not raised your standards. You have lowered yourself all the way down there to a doormat that they can step on. They can kick you around and ignore you and abuse you emotionally and go away and just, disappear on you and then come back whenever they feel like it. They can just go and come back, block you, stay quiet for a week, stay quiet for 2 weeks, then come back as if nothing ever happened. And then if you try to push to know what happened, you're the dramatic one. You're the one with issues. They're like, do you need to take a break? Like, do you need to see someone? Because you seem to have issues. Especially if something has happened in your life, something maybe traumatic, and they know it. Then now suddenly they are not the problem. That thing that happened to you, that is the problem. Please, guys, even as you're looking for relationships, and I know online dating is quite tough these days, okay? I keep saying it is quite tough, but it's still possible to find someone. But when you do find someone, don't settle for somebody who is just abusing you emotionally just because they are foreigners, just because they feel entitled, just because they feel they're doing you a favor. Maybe you're in that age where women are supposed to get married, especially us African women. We believe in marriage, most of us. So you reach a certain age and then you're like, no, it's okay, I can forgive him. As long as he's back now and we are getting married, it's okay. Let bygones be bygones. It's in the past. It's not in the past. You haven't addressed it. Why did he ghost you for a year, 2 years? I don't know, 6 months. It doesn't matter. In a long distance relationship, somebody ghosting you even for 1 week, that is a very long time. He needs to explain why he ghosted you for a whole week. Now imagine somebody ghosting you for 6 months, a whole year, and then coming back as if nothing happened. Nothing. Yeah. Or they give a vague something, they don't go to the specifics. They're like, yeah, I messed up, yeah, but I'm back now. So let's pick up where we left off. Yeah, I'm booking flights tickets. To go where? Where are you going? Who are we? They don't even bother to ask you, like, have you met somebody else? Are you in a relationship? What happened since we separated? Like, I feel like the best thing would be if somebody really wants to come back, maybe they found another lady and then it didn't work out. In most cases, they usually go and date around and find other women. And then when that one doesn't work out, or they find maybe you are better than that woman they're dealing with, then they dump that one. They probably ghost that one, and then now they come back to you. In fact, when somebody comes back to you after they had ghosted you, you tell them to go and tell the other person that that relationship is over. That is if you're planning to give them a second chance or whatever. Even if you're not planning to give them a second chance, tell them to go and tell that other woman that it's over, because she's going through the same thing that you were going through. Sending messages after messages, trying to contact people to see if he's still alive, because now you start thinking the guy is dead. And then he talks to all his friends and all the relatives that maybe you could contact, and then he tells them, all of them, to block you. In most cases, maybe it's them who are like these, the African women, they're scammers, they're coming for green card, they're coming for your money. So then, of course, once he decides, he tells them, yeah, okay, yeah, I see your point, I'm not gonna go to Africa after all. Then they all block you. And then now, when he maybe comes to his senses and then he's like, no, that one's a good woman, no. Then he comes back, but the way he's coming back, he's not giving you respect of explaining and apologizing and then waiting for you to decide whether you're gonna give him a second chance, whether you are done, like done. No, he comes, he's already made up his mind. We are back as if I never left. We are getting married. I'm coming, and this is what is happening. That is a disrespect of the highest level. Okay? I know when I'm talking like this, you'll be like, no, but yeah, it's easy for you to say, now that he has come back, we can get married and then we'll sort out those issues. There is no issues that you're gonna sort out. If he's not explaining now, he's not gonna explain later. And if this is how you guys are gonna be dealing with issues, every time you find you find an obstacle or something, he packs up his bags and he blocks you everywhere. What kind of marriage, what kind of relationship are you people gonna have? You'll be there, maybe you'll be blessed with children, then he's gonna be leaving you with children. He blocks you, he goes and stays somewhere else for a year. Then he comes back as if nothing ever happened. Oh, hey, how are you all doing? Everything okay here? You guys, don't let people disrespect you by ghosting you and then coming back and then you accepting them as if nothing ever happened. You are disrespecting yourself. You are showing him, as I said, you are just showing him exactly what you are. You are worthless. You have no value. Your standards are so low. You need to do better for yourself, for your future. Hey, my name is Rose. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel today. On this channel, we talk about online dating, interracial dating. We talk about age gap dating. We talk about relocating. If you're interested in these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please like this video. Share it with somebody who has been ghosted. Tell them, yes, ghosting does happen. But don't tell them that, yes, they usually ghost you and then they come back. They might come back, but what happens when they come back, that is up to you. It's up to you. And I am not telling you that you should, like, I cannot control your feelings. Obviously, if it hurts so much, it's because there was something there, okay? You loved each other. Maybe you loved him, but he didn't love you, because if he loved you, he would have respected you enough to explain to you and tell you, you know what, babe, I need a break. I don't know, like, if I can handle this relationship. It's better that way. You deal with the healing and everything. And then, like, if he needs a break, he can tell you that he needs a break. Then it's up to you to decide whether you're gonna wait for him or you're gonna find somebody else. You know? Rather than him just ghosting you and you being worried and thinking somebody has died, you don't even know what happened to him, and you just getting ulcers, you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you know, it's just unfair. It's unfair, guys. So share this video with somebody, and I hope that you will hold yourself at a very high standard and not let people disrespect you, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now.